Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a lovely day. In a video I did recently, I went over General Motors and how they're getting rid of CarPlay and Android Auto in new cars. I think this is bad for a number of different reasons. The first is that the operating system, whether you like or hate iOS, whether you like or hate Android, is always going to be worlds ahead of what is in your car. When you buy a car, you're buying a car based on gas mileage, steering, handling, speed, durability, repairability, longevity, cargo space, a number of different things that have nothing to do with the infotainment system. Whereas when you buy a smartphone, 99% of what most people are looking at is, do I enjoy the operating system and its interface, and does it provide me a good experience? Because that's literally what you're buying. You're not buying it attached to a bunch of other stuff. So phones have always been ahead of the garbage computer that's in your car. The second reason that this is bad is if the auto manufacturer has control over their computer and their system and they don't give you a choice to use something else, this allows them to paywall certain features behind subscription fees. So, for instance, with Tesla, I can't see traffic information unless I give them $10 a month. Whereas on an Android phone or an Apple phone, there are a number of different applications I can use for free that will allow me to see whether there is traffic on a particular route when I'm driving. And there are many features that car manufacturers nowadays are trying to lock behind subscriptions, which I went over in this video, and consumers are starting to get sick of it. And there were people that agreed with me when I did this video, but there were also a lot of people saying, well, I think you're being paranoid, you're worrying about this, there's no reason to worry about this is silly. And I just thought I'd share a news article with you recently that really kind of hammers home my point, and it actually has perfect timing to this. This is going to be a very difficult video to do because there's a lot of political baggage, there's a lot of cultural war turmoil back and forth, and a lot of people I don't think are going to listen to the content of what I'm saying. They're going to get mad based on their preconceived notion of what my political views are, what side I'm on of something, without actually focusing on it. So I'm going to be careful with how I word things in this video in the hopes that that does not happen. This is a piece of news from Electric that says that Tesla has removed Disney Plus from its vehicles about a week and a half after Elon Musk had some sort of Twitter beef with Bob Iger. If you follow this at all, you'll see that Bob Iger was talking about pulling content from Twitter or X after some stuff that Elon Musk said. Elon Musk essentially giving him the finger and saying, screw you, if you think you could blackmail me with money to not say what I want to say. Bob Iger saying, we have a choice on pretty much where we choose to advertise. It's not, is it really blackmail, or is it us just making a choice to not give you money? There's been a whole feud back and forth between those two. And to be honest with you, I don't really care about that feud. If you search my channel, you'll see that I'm not really the biggest fan of Elon Musk. And again, as somebody that values the concept of ownership in general, I'm also not exactly the biggest fan of Disney. Again, this is a company that over 5 years ago perfected soda machine DRM. You could pay over $900 a night to go to a luxury resort at Disney World and have refill of your Coca-Cola DRM. Needless to say, I'm not a big fan of either of these individuals. I don't have much personal investment in either of them, nor do I give a fuck about either of them. The last time that I consumed Disney content is when my parents got me Winnie the Pooh and Pinocchio for the Christmas of 1993 on VHS tape. Pinocchio was honestly, that scared the shit out of me. Like seeing that one kid turn into a donkey and start crying as he got escorted away by some fat-looking pedo in a cage to some weird island because he smoked and drank alcohol. Oh my God, I did not drink until I was 21 years old after watching that shit. Needless to say, anyway, back to the point here. What seems to have happened is Disney Plus is still available to certain people if you've used it, but if you have not used the app, it essentially disappeared from the inside of your car. Why is this important? It's important because in this video, a lot of people were criticizing me saying, why does it matter if you're not allowed to attach a device of your choice to your car? You're being paranoid. They're not going to lock shit away. They're not going to hide things behind subscriptions. And here, we're not even talking about subscription paywalls. We're not even talking about locking things away so that they can get you to pay more money. We're talking about an almost billionaire having a feud with a billionaire, and as a result of it, an application disappears from your device. And this is the problem here, and this is why I keep banging that drum of freedom over and over and over. I may sound like a broken record, but this is important. Again, to be clear, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of Disney. I don't watch their content. I don't like how they've dealt with things on streaming services like Disney Plus. I don't like Disney World. I don't like them as a... But that's beside the point. It doesn't matter what my personal opinion of Disney is. The point here is that the automaker was able to remove this application from your car. It was there yesterday, it's not there today. And because Tesla does not allow you to use Android Auto or CarPlay, there's no way for you to get that back on your car if you wanted it. If the car supported Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, I, as a consumer, would not have to give two shits of a fuck if two billionaires decided that they wanted to get into a pissing match with each other and get mad. I wouldn't have to care if the CEO of my car company got mad of the CEO of my content company. But I do when you have control over the product. And that's the point that I want to make so clear here. It's not about whether I like or dislike Elon Musk. It's not about whether I like or dislike Bob Iger. It's not about whether I like or dislike Disney. It's not about whether I like or dislike Tesla. The point is freedom, sovereignty, the ability to do what I wish with what I own, the ability to have an application installed on my computer and not have somebody be able to reach into that computer and take the application away because they're having a pissing match with somebody else, because they're mad. This is why the ability to choose what connects to your car is important. This is why the ability to have a device where you can choose what you install on it isn't important. This is why the ability to unlock a bootloader on your device. You can install an operating system of your choice. Freedom that we have come to demand and expect from our personal computers, but yeah, if it's not in a phone, whatever, fine. Kind of hand wave away as well. That's just the reality of life. If you think that the subscription fees are not going to go up as a result of companies realizing that they can take away CarPlay and Android Auto and get away with it and lock you into their own systems, yeah, about that. Again, for me, it really doesn't come down to whether I like any of these companies. It doesn't really come down to whether they're trying to make more money or whether it's just a personal petty feud. It comes down to somebody else having control over a computer that you bought and paid for. And it's not just one company. It's not just one company. Every company is moving in this direction nowadays. And I want people to start noticing it. I want people to wake up to it. I want them to realize what is going on so that they can push back against it when they can in their personal and business lives. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.